Hey, what's up you guys? My name's Margot in case you don't already know me, and today I'm here to share with you my top 5 places to visit in Thailand. So as I've mentioned in my other Thailand videos, I studied abroad in Thailand for 4 months. Now, I didn't see everything that Thailand has to offer, and I want to make that clear. These are my top 5 things that I think you should do based on what I saw from Thailand. I'm sure there are tons of other places that are just as amazing, if not potentially more amazing than the places I'm about to talk about, but these are just my own opinions and my own views on Thailand. So one of my favorite places that I visited in Thailand is probably also the most touristy place that I visited in Thailand, and that is Koh Phi Phi. So Koh Phi Phi is an archipelago of islands located kind of further in the southern area of Thailand, and it is such a beautiful place to visit if you are in Thailand. Like I said, it is probably the most touristy place that you can go to in all of Thailand, but it's touristy for a reason. So one of my favorite things that I did in Koh Phi Phi was take a pirate boat tour, which takes people to all of the main attractions that you can find in Koh Phi Phi. So on that tour, you will visit Monkey Beach, where you can potentially have monkeys on you if the tide is high. You will go to Palay Lagoon, which is, I believe, a national park of Thailand, and it has pristine emerald colored water. You will also get to visit the entrance to Maya Bay. Unfortunately, Maya Bay is closed due to excessive tourism and destruction of its ecosystem, but you're still able to visit kind of the outskirts of Maya Bay and see it from afar, which is very cool. You will also visit Bamboo Island, which is a very, very pretty island not far at all from Koh Phi Phi. You will get to watch the sunset, just tons of stuff. It's an amazing experience. It was probably one of my most memorable experiences in the 4 months that I was in Thailand, and though it is very quintessentially touristy, it is so worth it in my opinion. You can also do alternative options if you are maybe not into the party scene, or say you have children. By going the private route, you can take private tours doing the same things and seeing the same places. But long story short, that was an amazing experience, and I highly recommend checking that out. Another really nice thing about Koh Phi Phi is everything is within walking distance. So the moment you get off the ferry and get onto Koh Phi Phi, you can pretty much walk anywhere on the island. It is that small, and there are only walkways. You can't even really have a car there. So that's a really cool kind of unique thing to see on the island. There is also an amazing viewpoint on the island where you can walk up. I think it's about a 20 to 40 minute walk, depending on who you are, to the top of a hill and get a beautiful view of the entire island. So as a whole, Koh Phi Phi is such a nice place to visit, but do bear in mind that it is also the most touristy place that you can probably visit in Thailand, so just prepare yourself for a high volume of people visiting the island while you're there. Another one of my favorite places to visit in Thailand would be Koh Tao. Koh Tao is another really popular island in Thailand where lots of people go to get their scuba diving certification or just to go snorkeling. This is an optimal place if you love swimming, if you love checking out new fish and, you know, swimming underwater. This is such a good place for you. It has so many things that you can do if you are into swimming. If you are not, you probably won't enjoy going to Koh Tao as much as I did, but there are also other things to do. For example, there is a nearby island which is called Koh Nang Yuan, and it is beautiful. You have to actually pay to get onto this island, but you can easily walk up to a viewpoint which will take about 20 minutes to get to, and you can see a beautiful view of the island itself. I'll insert a picture of that right here. I loved checking this place out. It was probably one of the highest highlights that I had from visiting Koh Tao. I would say that Koh Tao is probably better suited to either someone who loves to swim and loves to scuba dive, or kind of a younger person who is looking for a crazier nightlife and looking to meet new people, because this island is flooded with tourists that are probably between the ages of 20 and 30 who love to party, love to go out, and have a passion for scuba diving. So if any of those things interest you, you should definitely check out Koh Tao. So another place that I loved visiting while I was in Thailand was Hua Hin. So Hua Hin is only about a 3-hour bus ride from Bangkok. So you can actually take a train from Bangkok to Hua Hin for as little as I think 30 baht, which is about $1 Canadian. And taking the train to Hua Hin alone is a very cool experience because trains in Bangkok and Thailand in general are nothing like trains that we have in North America. So I definitely recommend trying that out, even though it's a bit of a grungy experience, but it's very interesting. Some of the things that I really liked about Hua Hin were how not crazy busy it was, how you could check out an elephant sanctuary. They also have something called Cicada Market, which I think is open most evenings. I'll have to double check that and maybe write here what their hours of operation are. But Cicada Market is a very cool market that is unlike any other market you will find in Thailand. Unlike other markets where you can find, you know, cheaply made in China goods or, you know, the occasional Thai handmade things, Cicada Market is pretty much only things that are made either in Thailand or seemingly higher quality goods. I think that's why I liked it so much, was because you didn't have to sift through nearly as many things to find things that would be interesting to purchase. That's the nice thing about checking out Cicada Market. You can get tons of cool things made up for you. There was a guy that was actually spray painting people's faces onto t-shirts. I could probably insert a picture of that here. There are just very cool, creative, and crafty things that you can purchase from this market, and they seem a little bit more genuinely kind of made in Thailand things. So if you are looking for things to bring home to your family and your friends, this is a really cool market to check out, and you'll probably be able to bring back things that people will actually be excited about, rather than, you know, your generic magnets and elephant pants. So another thing about Hua Hin is that it's south of Bangkok, so it's a really good place to stop at if you are planning on heading down to Phuket or Krabi. So if you were interested in doing that, you could easily just bus from Bangkok to Hua Hin and then take a ferry from there to get to one of those islands. Another one of my favorite places that I visited in Thailand was Erawan Falls. So Erawan Falls is about a 1-hour bus ride from a city called Kanchanaburi. Kanchanaburi is a small city with about 30,000 people and is only a 2-hour bus ride from Bangkok. So you could easily check out Erawan Falls as a day trip if that was something that interested you, but I would personally recommend just staying the night in Kanchanaburi and then getting up early to take a bus to Erawan Falls so that you have as much time as possible there. Erawan Falls is a beautiful set of waterfalls that is flooded with fish that will nibble on your feet, and it is just a magical experience. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. You basically get dropped off a little ways away from these waterfalls, and then each level has a different set of waterfalls, and each level is very different in its own way. So I think I spent maybe 3 hours, 4 hours there, but honestly I could have spent the entire day checking out these waterfalls. One of the levels actually had an area where you could climb up the waterfall and slide down the waterfall. If you are a lover of swimming or a lover of fish, then you would very much enjoy checking this place out. I think it's really crazy too that every single level that you get up to is totally different in its own way. You can do different things, you can swim, you can slide down the waterfalls. So there's so much to do and there's so much to see. And even if you aren't a swimmer, I think that you would still very much enjoy checking out this waterfall. It's such a cool experience. So when I was there, I tried to swim as much as I possibly could in the waterfalls, and I loved every second of it. Having the fish nibble on your toes is a bit eerie, it's a bit uncomfortable, but I think it is still such a neat experience and you would not regret checking it out. So the last place that I'm going to recommend that you check out in Thailand today is Chiang Mai, which is a city that is packed with fun things to do. So there's so much to do in Chiang Mai on any given day, but what I recommend doing, if at all possible, is trying to visit Chiang Mai during the Yi Pang festival. I visited Chiang Mai during this time, and it was an amazing experience. So Yipeng Festival is basically a festival where Thais release lanterns into the sky all at once. This happens in the month of November during the full moon of that month. So it doesn't happen often, and it's kind of hard to time getting there during that time. But if you can, you will not regret it at all. It is a one-of-a-kind experience. I've never experienced anything like that before, and I probably never will experience something like that to that scale other than in Chiang Mai. Tons of other things that you can do include taking cooking classes, checking out elephant sanctuaries. They've got tons of elephant sanctuaries in Chiang Mai. I think probably the most out of any other Thai city. And the nice thing about these elephant sanctuaries is that they are completely ethical to our knowledge. So if you are interested in checking out elephants, this is a really great place to look at. You can also check out something called the Grand Canyon in Chiang Mai, which is basically a giant outdoor water park. Picture Wipeout, but a Thai version of that. I'll insert a picture right here. So that's a very cool thing to check out if you really love water sports. Another nice thing about Chiang Mai is that it's far more affordable than checking out, say, some of the islands like Koh Tao or Koh Phi Phi. It seems to be a little bit less touristy in Chiang Mai as well. I think a lot of that has to do with how far it is from Bangkok. It is about an 11-hour train ride or bus ride, I believe. So it's definitely a long journey to get there if you don't plan on flying. But there's so much to do. Another thing you can check out while you're in Chiang Mai is the black or white temples, which is a little bit of a jaunt. I think it's further up north from Chiang Mai, but people rave about those. Chiang Mai is a very culturally interesting experience. There's so much to do, and it's just a very enchanting, lovely place. I've also found that the Thais that live in Chiang Mai are surprisingly, I didn't think they could get nicer, but they seem to be even friendlier than those that you might find in Bangkok or some of the more touristy areas. So definitely check out Chiang Mai if you have the time while you're in Thailand. So that wraps it up for my top 5 places that I think you should visit in Thailand. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below, and if you have any questions at all about any of the places that I mentioned here or any of the places that you're interested in seeing in Thailand, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to give you my best answer, and chances are I've probably been to the place that you're wondering about, or I've probably experienced the thing that you're wondering about as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye!